Okay. All right. We will get started because I don't want to keep you guys longer than the hour. I just want to say you're so welcome in the space, and I'm really grateful to see so many people choose to do something like this when I actually know it's really hard to come into slowness or to just sit with the body for a while. And what I will say this evening is it's not about processing because we're probably not at that point. Some of you guys have done sessions with me before, and I love to process things. I love to be in the energy, but with something like this, it is much more about creating stability in your body. I can't promise safety because I can't absolutely promise that. I can try my very best to give a space or an energy that feels like it's safe, but that's going to come from within you. So all I'm asking this evening is to meet yourself where you're at, and whatever you're coming in with, however you're feeling, doesn't need to be fixed or changed. It is okay the way it is. All right. So this isn't about coming out necessarily feeling better, but coming out feeling a little bit more connected and a little bit more stable within yourself, which is really helpful at this point as well. I also just want to acknowledge and honor why we're here. And it's the unthinkable, and an attack like that, especially on our communities, on our Jewish community, that feels this sense of safety leaving spaces can be just hard. And I've been grappling with the words. I don't think there are right or wrong words for this. It's more so about coming together as a community and even being in this space. So my advice with the cameras is if you want to have your camera on, if you feel more connected that way, you absolutely can. If it feels like this evening, this is an inward practice where you just need to receive and maybe feel the support, you're totally fine to have your camera off. All right. It is so permissive. So we're going to get straight into it. But as we drop in today, I want you to know that everything I offer is just an invitation, especially when our body is trying to process so much. There's a lot of external noise. From the internal, it can feel like the alarm bells are going off. So I want you to listen to your body. If I give an invitation and that just doesn't feel right for you, leave it. All right. I've structured the session in a way that we actually start at a point that usually we can come back to. So the beginning of the session sets the foundation and can usually set the safety foundation for you. So if you want to come back to those processes, that's a really good way to do it. And as we go into it, I will send or offer Reiki to you. So I'm going to just send distance Reiki to the group. If you don't want to receive an energetic process today, you can shut it off. Energy is all permissive. So I'm just letting more people in. It is very much so down to your intention. So if you would like to receive, that is totally up to you. All right. So everything's full of permission. I'm with you at all points. All right. So if you're not playing music and my voice is the anchor, stay with me. I'm going to not leave you in big gaps of silence today. And if you do need to shut me out a little bit, that's also okay. All right. So we're going to start in a seat. And I would love for you to have something next to you if you're lying on your bed or sitting on your bed that you can easily get down to a lying position. And just to make the transition easier, pillows, blankets will be really helpful to have nearby. All right. But to start, we're going to come into a supported seat. So if you have a wall behind you, if you have the back of the chair behind you, if you can get your feet on the floor, and if they're not on the floor, you may be bent on the bed. So knees bent on the bed, but the soles of your feet making contact with something would be beautiful. So you're going to sit nice and tall. We're going to start with our eyes open today. All of the tools I give you, you can use throughout the next few weeks or months as you're processing. You can come back to these somatic tools. They really help foundational safety in your body. So keeping your eyes open to start, we're going to find a tall spine. And your breath is always optional here, so we don't have to change it or mold it in any way. Just notice it. With your eyes open, I'd love for you to scan the room. So noticing where you are, tracking your eyes to the four corners of the room. Notice the color of the walls. And as you continue to scan, you might look behind you, over your right shoulder, your left shoulder. Allow your body to receive all of the information on where you are. And with that information, can you choose 5 things that you can see in your environment? So whether they're objects, big or small, maybe you pick something intentionally bigger and then swap to something smaller. And count 5 things on your fingers. And we can always come back to tracking or tracing these 5 things if ever being in the body feels like too much. Beautiful. Now, throughout the practice today, you can choose to have the eyes open or closed. It's totally up to what feels good, what feels nice and stable in your body. So maybe notice what happens when you close your eyes. And if that makes your body feel a sense of calmness or a softening, you can stay there, but if you want to keep them open, go there. Wherever you are now, can you bring full awareness to your sense of hearing? So you'll hear the sound of my voice throughout the practice. You can come back to that anchor. In this environment, what else can you hear? If you have music playing, the sound of traffic, chatter. As you drop into that awareness of your hearing, what can you hear from your right ear? From the right side of your body? And then shifting that awareness, what can you hear from your left ear? All around the left side of your body. And sometimes as I pendulate or move from listening with the right to listening with the left, your body will almost find this gentle rock. So shifting from the right side of the body to the left side of the body. And only when you feel ready, going to start to really gently turn the awareness inwards, knowing that those external cues are really helpful at anchoring you down if inside feels like too much. So you are the expert of your own nervous system. You know if you need to come out, open your eyes, track the room, listen to the sounds. But if you feel okay to come in, if you're rocking or swaying, you can keep going. But I invite you to feel the full weight of your body on the support beneath you. So if you're sitting on your bed or sitting on a chair, can you feel your sit bones contact with whatever is underneath you? Can you feel your foot? Start with your right foot. Full contact with the support. And if you're gripping or holding, that's okay. If there is space to drop the weight into the support, just play with it, right? Everything's just an exploration. Then bring that awareness to your left foot. Anchoring you. Feeling the support beneath it. And drawing that awareness from your feet, through your sit bones and up through your spine. We're going to use the spine today as a stable base. It is this stable, supportive structure in your body that holds you, anchors you, grounds you. And something that is really helpful when we feel overwhelmed is to actually lean back, lean into the support of our spine. So for the next few moments, just noticing your breath rise and fall in your body, giving full awareness to the support beneath you. Now we're going to start to lean back. So weight shifts slightly from the front of your body to the back of your body. If you do have that support fully behind you, it's really nice to place the back of your head. If there's a wall, if there's not, just all the way up your spine against the chair, the wall, the headboard. And often as we do this, we're sensing the external support. So you're telling your body that you're here in this room, in this space, in your body, and that you can trust the support around you. So leaning back a little bit more, notice if there is anything you can give to the support. So gripping, tension, tightness. Often I take a breath in, and on that exhale breath, just letting the support hold you completely. Good, doing so well. If the eyes closed feels nourishing for your body, stay with it. Connect to the softness of your breath without needing to manipulate or change anything. You're just noticing. We're going to take a few moments in this supported seat. So spine fully supported, lean back and let the support hold you. Really nice. And last little bit that we're going to do in sitting is a really helpful somatic technique to tell your body that it's here and now. So if you have been feeling overwhelmed or disconnected, it's creating what we call proprioception to allow the body to come back to itself. So placing your hands by your sides on some form of surface or something that it can contact. If you don't have a surface nearby, you can use your own body, but it is better for the support to be the contact point. So feet are flat either on the floor or on the bed, knees bent. Hands are by your sides. If it's the arms of the chair or the bed or the floor, I want you to press the palms of your hands into your support. So sometimes I do this with my breath. I'll inhale and press pretty firmly into the support, give it a 7 out of 10. And then with an exhale, ease off. Really lovely. So you'll press on that inhale, firm contact. The support is beneath you, it's with you. And then that exhale eases off. We're just going to do that twice more, creating awareness of the body, of your hands, of the support beneath you. You press firmly. Exhale, ease off. And take a moment to notice if there's space in between the two. And in that space, can you feel the support? So even though we're not pushing or forcing, can you feel that the support is still there? We're going to do that same motion with the feet. So whenever you feel ready, the whole contact point of your foot is going to press into the support beneath you or the surface beneath you. You can go one foot at a time or both feet together. You're going to press firmly. The inhale sometimes helps us to stay connected. And then the exhale, ease off that pressure. Beautiful. Two more just like that. Press firmly. And ease off the pressure. One more time. Feel the contact of the support beneath you, fully held, completely present. Exhale breath, ease it off, and allow the feeling of not needing to press so hard, but to still feel supported and held. We're going to bring full body awareness. So if your spine is still fully supported here, if your head is supported, it can be nice to press the back of the head into your support. You're going to press down through your hands and press down through your feet at the same time. So integrating the whole body. We're going to take a full breath in and press. So back of the head leans back, spine leans back, hands press down, feet press in. Good. The exhale creates space. So ease off the pressure. And just as we've been doing twice more, it's so simple. You're going to press, inhale, exhale, soften it off. And your last one at your own pace, in your own time. If you want to give it more or less pressure, what does your body need? And then allow this final exhale, this final softening or easing off period to melt through the body. And we don't need to shift or change anything today, but an awareness of pressure versus easefulness, of contact, support, lightness is so helpful for your body right now. Beautiful. And if your eyes are open, you can scan the room if you need some input. If your eyes are closed, stay with the sensation. And at this point, I like to trace the edges of my body. So we're just after creating an awareness of the whole body. You can use your hands to brush. So from the crown of your head, down your face, the back of your head, your neck, your arms, all the way down to your fingers, almost like you're tracing over the skin that encases your whole body. If you don't like the sensation of touch right now, you can just do this in your mind's eye. So imagine tracing with a paintbrush from the crown of your head through every part of your body, almost like you're illuminating it, highlighting it. And as you trace your edges, your borders, can you feel the external edges or borders? So the points of contact with the chair, the bed, the mat, the sensation of clothes on your skin, of air on your skin. And everything is just an invitation to notice. So if you're brushing with your hands, you're going to brush all the way down to your feet. Your feet are sensory hubs. So if you want to give yourself a little foot massage or just brush over the sole of your foot, the front of your foot, if you can get between your toes, you want to bring awareness to the entirety of the body, so the wholeness of the body. Right, take another moment to be wherever you are. And before we go into a lying position, you can keep your eyes closed here. Or if you need to follow me, I'll talk you through it all anyway. So there's no panic, there's no rush with any of it. We're going to gently start to move the head and neck. So the rest of the body can stay lovely and supported. But so gently, if you want to peel the back of your head from the support or your imaginary support, drop your chin to your chest and just allow the weight of your head to tip forwards. Now, sometimes this feels really nice and nourishing to interlink the hands behind your back or behind the back of your head, and then really gently guide your head forward. So almost like a mini traction, you create a little bit more space through gently nudging your head forwards, chin towards your chest. And with all of these movements, you're staying connected to an easeful breath. So no particular technique, nothing you have to do, nothing you have to be able to show us. It's just what you feel in your body. And allowing the support, so support of your hands to hold your head. You're slowly going to start to raise the head back into its position on your shoulders, and then lean back into the support of your hands this time. So almost like you're creating an opposition. Your hands are pressing into your head and your head is pressing into your hands. So you lean back into that support and feel the counter contact. So feel how both balance out each other. Take a full breath in. And with that exhale, slowly tipping chin to chest, guided by the hands. Right, and then as you inhale, if that feels good, to open again, press the back of the head into the hands. And then you can slowly release the hands, place them by your side or on your lap. And finally, for the upper body, we're going to take a few shoulder rolls. So as you draw your shoulders to your ears and then slowly roll them down, you can move in any direction, in any way. And what you might play with here is gentle movements of the head and neck. So if you tilt towards the right or tilt towards the left, does the body give you some feedback? And if you guys have been to some of my stuff before, your hands are your best friends here. So if you're feeling tension on one side, so if I drop my left ear to my left shoulder and I'm feeling it all through that right scalene, right trap, you can use your hand to gently glide the tissue forwards or away from the tension point. And then use your breath to soften through the tension. So we're not particularly trying to fix or change anything, but it's just allowing, noticing. You can explore that on the other side. So if there is the same restriction, noticing when you add the gentle touch of your hands, the warmth of your hands, does it help to create a little bit more space there? Really gently, really slowly bringing the head back to center. If there are any other stretches in sitting that you need to take before you come to a lying position, please do. You can slowly make your way into a comfy lying position. So take your time to get there. We don't want to do anything too fast or jarring on our system, especially when we're slowing down. So take your time and recline backwards. My advice would be to have a pillow underneath your head. So we want to feel fully supported in every posture we come into. So a pillow underneath the head, the upper back is really nice. We're going to come into a thing called constructive rest. So this posture is very much so about creating support for the body. So if you need to pile up a few pillows, one on top of the other, that might be nice so that you're almost inclined. You're not all the way back. You're slightly up. And when you are lying down, when you are comfy in that lying position, I'd love for you to take your feet wider than your knees. So bend your knees. So your knees are going to be bent, feet on the surface or on the support, and then heel toe your feet out so that they're wider than your knees. And if you're not following me, don't worry. All right. Once you're lying on your back and your knees are bent, you're going to be in a position that's going to be really supportive for your body. To add to it is to step your feet out wider than your knees and then knock your knees together. So it's called a broken bridge. So your feet would be my elbows and then your knees are my hands. So knees come together. And a few options for your hands here. So you can place your palms down like we did before. You don't have to do the pressure, but if you just like that feeling of contact with the support, you can place the hands down. If you would like to contact the body, so a containment practice is a hand on the heart, a hand somewhere on the torso or on the belly. If that makes you feel connected to your body, that's also really nice. Or if you feel like you would like to open the chest a little bit, placing your hands out into a T. So hands go wide. They can go into goalposts or just wide, depending on how much space you have around you. There are 3 options there for your hands. Feet are wider than your knees, knees knocked together. And then hands can come by the sides, on the body, or open into a T or a cactus, a goalpost. And again, eyes can be open or closed. In this position, can you fully let the weight of your body be held by the support beneath you? So there's nothing you need to do. There's nothing you need to change or get right. This is simply about sending a signal to the body that it is safe to be held by the support around it. Well, notice if, as you inhale and exhale, your shoulders have crept towards your ears. There's tension that is easily unbound through your jaw, your upper back, your shoulders. Maybe it's as simple as crawling your fingertips towards your feet or opening and closing your jaw. I'm going to start the flow of Reiki. So if you haven't received Reiki before, it is a really gentle, beautiful energy. So it generally goes exactly where it's needed. It is of the highest frequency energy. So there's nothing in it that is changing or fixing anything. It's just bringing your energetic body into balance in a way. So if you would like to receive the flow of Reiki, just in your mind's eye, you can say, I consent, I do, I am open, whatever feels right for you. If you would not like to receive Reiki, you can just say, I don't consent in your mind's eye. All right. So really cool the way we can do this distance. And if your mind starts to wander, stay connected to those points of the body that are feeling or sensing the support. Stay connected to your breath. And if at any point you need to open your eyes to connect to the room, absolutely do. We're only going to be here for a few moments longer. And the intention with the Reiki today is to hold you in support. So deeply supportive energy. And wherever you are is absolutely okay. There's no right or wrong thing to feel. There's no right or wrong response. But we can allow this support, this sense of inner stability, of inner safety, to be felt by your whole body. And taking a few more breaths here. And we don't have to deep breathe today, but maybe noticing if the breath is quite high in our chest. How would we guide it a little deeper without forcing or pushing? Maybe today that is 2%. lower than it was, and that is okay. We're going to stay in a similar position, but change the orientation of the body. So you can keep your eyes closed and just follow my cues, or if you need to open them to come to me, that's okay. We're going to heel toe those feet closer together. So feet will be underneath your bent knees. So knees will still be bent. Feet are underneath. And then you can choose the intensity of the twist. So a simple one would just be to let your knees both fall over to the right. So that will open the body towards the right side, giving a little bit of space in the left side of your lower back. So knees together, feet together, and they gently fall towards the right. If you would like a little bit more, take your left leg and just place it on top of your right leg. So as they tip over to the right, your left will go slightly higher than your right or closer to you so that you're in a bigger twist. And sometimes here we straighten the bottom leg. So you'd straighten the right leg, but whatever feels good. And as you change that orientation in your body, so as your weight shifts, your posture moves, again, you're just connecting into the sensation of support. So notice how your spine, we can twist it and bend it, and it's so durable, so resilient. So as you drift into a different position, how are you held here? And you're welcome to change the position of the arms if you want to explore something else. So if you were in a T and you want to try placing the hands to the support, so palms down. If you want to place hands on your body, so hand on the chest, hand on the belly, whatever feels right. These next few moments are about tapping in to how you could feel most supported in your body right now. Beautiful. And you're just going to take however many breaths you need here. And often in sessions, we will focus on unwinding, unraveling, but today it's just being present, being here. So on these last few breaths, how do you allow the whole weight of the body to be supported? And sometimes we grip or hold when we twist. Without having to fix or change it, just notice it. And in your own time, at your own pace, you can gently guide your knees. And often I will do this with my own hand. So I'll guide my knees back to center. And take a little moment to come back slowly. If you need to straighten out the legs to readjust the body in any way, we're so simply going to do the same thing on the left. So if you just brought knees together and you gently folded towards the right, you're going to move that over to the left. If you want more, you lift that right leg slightly higher than the left leg. And maybe there is a difference between right and left. So it can be easier on one side than the other. That's totally normal. You're just noticing where you may not be letting what is beneath you hold you. And if you need to use pillows, you need to roll up the blanket so that you can actually be in this position supported. That is far better than pushing or forcing anything right now. I'm doing so, so well. And as you lie in this position, receiving that energetic support, we say Reiki goes exactly where it is needed. So wherever has felt heavy, being supported, if anything has felt disconnected, overwhelmed, just supporting it. You are here. Your whole body stable and held. And taking a few more breaths, so however many you need. And noticing where you could give a little bit more to the support. You don't have to fix it, you don't have to change it, but how do you lean into it? How do you allow? And in your own time, taking the knees towards center, you can gently hug the knees to your chest. So really, really gently bringing the body in towards its center. And at this point, it can be nice to create a little bit of motion or rocking in the body. So it's nothing too dramatic. It can be really, really, really subtle. A gentle rock back and forth, side to side, and feeling the connection of your spine on the surface beneath you. Feeling the connection of your body in motion. So center of gravity slightly shifting. Right. And before you place the knees back down, what would it feel like to make little circles with your knees? Can be at the same time, same direction, or different times, different directions. It doesn't matter. Just really gentle circles. Before you place the feet back down, knees will actually still be bent. So we're loving this position today. It's such a nice grounding position for your body. So placing the feet back on your bed, your mat, your support. Knees are bent. You're going to roll onto your favorite side. Take a pillow or a cushion with you and place it between your legs. And we want the head to still be supported. So forego the leg pillow if you need the head pillow. Okay, so I would prefer you have the head pillow. But if you have a spare one between the legs or a blanket between the legs, it's really nice to make the hips and pelvis nice and steady and stable. So lying on your favorite side, can you drop the whole weight of your head into that support? And with that same awareness, can you allow the support to fully hold whatever side of your body you're lying on? Tracking it from your head, your shoulder, all the way down to your hips. And your knees are likely bent as you find yourself in the fetal position. A really familiar position for our body. One of the first positions of safety for our body. How do you let the support hold you? How do you feel the support beneath you? And without trying to fix or change anything, is there any way of leaning into that? And if you need to open your eyes or take in your environment at any point, it's there for you. If it feels good to soften into this support, it is also there for you. And in these last few moments, we're just so gently nourishing the body. There's so much we can't control. But taking time to be in the space, in the support. And if you need to shift or change anything, so if you could be more comfortable right now, if you could be 10% more comfortable, what would help you get there? And maybe it's only a slight shift. What would help you get there? We're not going to move in any dramatic way. So we're starting to wind down. And hopefully after this, you can drift off to bed. So over the next few minutes, could you slow your breath down slightly? And I'm not giving any strict cues, but rather asking you to notice your own body and respond to your own body. If you need to wrap your arms around yourself, holding yourself in this beautifully supported position, containing your body, holding your body. And in this moment, what do you need? How can you give it to yourself? And as you hold yourself, maybe gently squeezing the body, giving the feedback of being held, fully supported, still feeling the presence of the support beneath you, the containment of the environment around you, the room around you. You can always come back to these really simple ways of communicating stability or support to your body, to your nervous system. What do you need and how can you give it to yourself in this moment? We're going to move towards our final resting position. So Shavasana. That just means we are lying fully extended, so you can straighten your legs. If it would feel good to place pillows, cushions, a bolster underneath your knees, you're welcome to do that. I really like at this point to place a blanket over you. So if you have one nearby, just wrapping yourself in your blanket. If not, but you have an extra pillow, it can be nice to place it on the body. You're rolling back onto your back. So flat on your back, legs extended, hands by your side. And for the final time tonight, the first phase of all of this is creating a supported, stable base. So can you feel the full sensation or support of the surface beneath you? Can you sense the room around you? Can you allow your body to lean into that support? So starting at your feet, anchoring you, holding you, and allow the weight of your feet to be held by the surface beneath them. And guide that awareness up your legs. So dropping the weight of the legs into the support. Coming to your hips. Dropping the weight of the support. Dropping the weight of the body. And that awareness will rise towards your torso. So notice your spine. Each contact point of your spine. Can you just notice? You'll stack through the spine all the way to the neck, the head, and finally allowing the weight of the head to meet that support. In these final few moments of your practice, allowing that energetic support to hold your body. If you're open to receiving Reiki, I'm going to leave the flow of Reiki on all night to support you in sleep, to support you in rest, in finding that stability in your support. And if you've never experienced Reiki energy before, it can come in the form of colors, sensations, may bring awareness to a certain part of your body, but everything is gentle. Everything is moving in a really intuitive way. And to seal this practice in a technique that is truly for containment. So containment just being that we hold this awareness of the body, placing one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. And if you want to take a few grounding breaths, if that feels good for you, but you're sealing in this awareness of the body, this connection to its support, its stability, and eventually its safety. And I'm not going to get you guys to move abruptly or do anything too jarring, so you can stay as long as you need to. If you're in bed, if you're in a really comfy position, to drift off to sleep or to move slowly towards sleep, just make sure you take your time. And I just want to thank you for showing up for yourself in this way in what is a really difficult time, a really sensitive time. And I will say that this class today is obviously so different to how we would do normal classes, but the intention is to make sure we are starting from a stable foundation. So we have to show the body that it's safe to be in the space first. So my advice as somebody who can run trauma processing sessions is first allow. And you did really, really well today to be here and to allow for wherever you are. And then from there, the body will remember that it's safe to feel and to process and to be, to experience. And there's no right or wrong way to navigate this. So well done for being here. I will record and upload this. So if you do want to watch it back again, and hopefully we will do another one in the coming weeks. But well done this evening. All right, go really, really gently, really easily. Take your time. And I'm going to just end the call so that you can stay in hopefully a little bit of stability that you've created for yourself. So well done. All right. Thank you so much, guys. Well done.